Okay, guys. I'm running a little late today. I got busy doing some things, and time got away from me, and then I had lunch, and that was it. And I looked at my clock and was like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm 15 minutes late. So if there's anyone coming in that would like me to do one yes or no question for them, I'd be glad to do that. Hey, Isadora, it's nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm always sliding on this bed. Okay. Trying to get comfortable. All right. So I'm just going to relax a little bit and prep my cards. I have a few different cards. I even found, excuse me, just right after lunch, I had some really good Thai food. It was really good. So good, I had to say it twice. Anyway, hey, Tyler, how are you? One of the decks I wanted to use today is the Starry Beginnings. Hey, Jenny. Hi, will I downsize? Gotcha, Jenny. I've got your question. And like one yes or no if you want, and just drop it in the comments. You might want to capitalize it all. It's okay to shout so that I can see your question. Got some groceries, huh? Did you have you eaten yet, or did you? You know, the thing of when you buy groceries, you usually stop and get something to eat because you're too tired to cook after all that. Yeah, this one's really pretty new. I haven't even gotten the thing off of there yet. So this is really neat. Life is an expression of you. Life is more than existing. These are good little cards. And I just love anything. I don't know about you, but anything with the stars and nebula. I love it. I just am drawn to it. And it's a nice little deck. I haven't used it ever. Had it for a while, but that's what it is when, you read cards. You have way too many decks usually. So Ash is saying, or Tyler is just saying, I had some breakfast earlier, but I just ate a snack to help keep me nourished until dinner. Good. I hear you. I have to snack quite a bit because I have a hiatal hernia. I don't know if anybody else has one of those out there, but if you do, you know that you have to kind of eat in small amounts throughout the day, and that's kind of what I have to do. I can't eat real heavy stuff, so I'm just going to shuffle this new deck and break it in, christening it. So like I said, I've got Jenny's question, and I'll go ahead and start with it here in just 2 seconds. I'm just going to get my cards sorted out, and I'm going to take a look at her downsizing. If you have a question, simple yes or no, straightforward like that, please feel free to drop it like it's hot in the comments. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at Jenny. Jenny Mick. All right. I just don't feel like I've got to keep moving my table around here. It's like I need space. All right. Let's see, Jenny. I'm trying to do that as well, Jenny. We are just like we've been in our house since, well, I've been here one more year longer than my husband, but since '89. And we have so much stuff that's just accumulated over all the years. But we're looking to move, so we're starting to declutter all of that old stuff. Again, please feel free to drop a yes or no question down in the comments if you want. All right. Well, I work on new music and got you, Tyler. Sure thing. Okay. So Jenny, I'm just going to try and dial in. And thank you for joining me. I know there's a lot of people that come on Sunday. I'm really, really grateful for those that show up. Okay. Let me just take a look. Jenny, downsizing. Let's see what we get for you, Jen. I think I feel ready to throw the cards. And please ignore the wound vac. It makes the sound like a horse or a pony or a whoopee cushion. All right, let me see what I get for you. Well, I'm getting the Knight of Pentacles and Strength. Yeah, I think you will. And I think any challenges of like releasing items are going to be very mindfully done. The Knight of Pentacles is slower and careful, but very thorough. So I think it may not take off with a great bang, so to speak. But I think once you can get yourself kind of stuck into it, I think you're going to achieve what you're setting out to do because of the Strength card. But it's like, it's a bit of work, a bit of work. For sure. I mean, it's take us a long time. Let me just pull a few more cards for you, since it's just a small group of us here. You also have the Lovers and the Hanged Man. So there could be a delay, and it could have to do with agreements, or it could have to do with if you have a partner or someone that's going to help you do it. It could be coming up with a plan, and there might be a little bit of a delay, a little slowness to get started. But I do believe, once again, that this delay with the Hanged Man is kind of, in a way, beneficial because there's deeper insight that you gain in the midst of the time that's, in between, if that makes sense. So I see you doing it. It looks like it's going to be a slow process, a thorough process. I hope that's helpful, Jen. I see your question there, and I see Isadora's. Okay. All right. Let's just go on now to Tyler, and then Dino, and then Isadora. Thank you again for joining us here, BlackCat Tarot. Like I said, if you want one yes or no question, go ahead and keep it simple. Just drop it in the comments and write it, if you can, in all caps, because it will stand out. And I'm pretty much doing most of keeping up with the chat. So, although I do have wonderful mods, I try and keep my eye on it too. But if you put it in all caps, it's just easier for me to see if you have a question. Okay. Let's see. New music. All right. For Tyler. New music for Tyler. What does Tyler need to know about new music and working on it? Is that on the horizon? So new music. All right, let's take a look and see what you get. Okay, you get the Knight of Cups and the Moon. Well, it looks to me like, yeah, this feels like, for some reason, like more emotionally based music. It could run a darker theme with the Moon. It's more introspective and about feelings, deep feelings, whether or not that makes sense to you. But yeah, it's like, boom, it's right up there. So it feels like you have songs or music that wants to be created, and it's coming from a deep emotional place, dealing with, it can deal with, the kind of darker themes, depression, fears, whatever, and also intuition, the esoteric. You also, looks like there could be a relationship or somebody that you are going to be meeting coming up. And it could just be to work, but it looks like there's enjoyment of each other's company, and it looks very friendly. So that's good. Maybe this is somebody that shares the interest of music. What else do I get with that real quick? The Three of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Well, we have someone that, there's healing going on to do with family. It looks like, it feels like to me. Oh, I know. I don't even know why I put the cards up. I get the skylight here to put such a glare. But I feel that there's interesting stuff that comes from family. It's more emotive for you, Tyler. And it looks like there is a partner with which, or somebody that, I don't know, might be a bit of a sidekick in creating this that's coming in. I'll leave it right there. I think that you've definitely got it. So, make sure you got your pen and paper by your bedside. All right. Okay, on to Dino and friends. Will I be in a relationship when I move from the place I live right now? Okay, so let's see. Dino friends, or Dino friends, wants to know if they will be in a relationship when they move from their present location. Okay. Let's see. Dino friends. Is there a relationship coming when they move? Is there a relationship around or after a move? Is there a relationship after a move coming? All right, let's see what we get. Kind of feel like I got in that little zone. Well, we do get the Two of Wands. So this is looking forward and forming some ideas of what one wants, what one is excited to pursue, and it's keeping an eye out for opportunities as well. I think yes. I think eventually there is, with the Ten of Cups. Both of these cards to me would be a yes card, just on a yes or no. But I can't help myself. I always read in pairs. So let me just make sure I'm getting a look at, okay, I'm just nabbing some more. Anyway, sorry. You've got the Eight of Pentacles. It looks like school or maybe work with some kind of training, and a King of Swords. So this could be a male figure that you might get to know through work or school. They might, if they aren't the prospective partner, because I don't know, sorry, I don't know who you are, your preference or whatever. It could be somebody that you would meet through them. But this bodes well for like action with the wands and the cups of socializing. So I see you being social. I think meeting actually eventually quite a number of people for some reason. It just came to me, so I'm going to throw it out there. Do I have one moving? I'm not sure. This just shows me that it's coming. with the Two of Wands, and it's just like you're watching the horizon. So there's no movement here yet, but I'm getting something about work and school, if that makes sense. And I think there's a real focus on trying to decide what one wants to do. So there's like a decision that one needs to make. And I think that you might meet someone through work or school. Let's just see here. I'm going to just throw a couple more cards for you. All right. And then I'm going to pause for a moment and just gather up any more questions that might have accumulated in the comment section. But I see you having a relationship. The place that you're at right now, let me just see if you're going to move. Will Dino Friends move? I don't think that that is a prerequisite necessarily from what I saw for you. I think that just be open is what I'm getting. You don't have to move according to the cards. But let me just see. You get the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So I think it's possible. You know, I don't know if you're burnt out with the area that you're in with the Ten of Swords, or if you will be. But there could be some action taken to look elsewhere where maybe, I don't know, it's less intense of an environment, or maybe a different kind of job that isn't so taxing. I'm not quite sure. But I think there's a point that you have to make a decision. It did show that. So it's really kind of open. You do want to move and hope to move with a partner. Okay. It's just a matter of choosing and remembering. This is going to be really important. Okay. I'm not kidding. That you have options where places are concerned, that you don't just have to stay within a certain area or whatever. There's the emphasis on various means of options, I think, with regard to a move, and that you may not be aware about. It's going to be a bit of you do have the Tower coming in. That is a time when that can be disruptive, but it's a time when we have to kind of clear out what doesn't work in our life and rebuild, if you will. So I think that's possible, but I think that it's going to take a little more time for you to make up your mind about it, because you kind of are stalled on the choice. But I'm going to throw cards one more time, because I don't see a move like boom right away. I see you remaining open. So there might be a little bit more prep work or whatever that you might need to do, just kind of like outlining of ideas. But let me just see again. I want to know if you'll move. All right. Oh, my tag is itching my back. Ugh. Well, I think it's possible. You get the King of Swords and you get the Ten of Pentacles. And, you know, it could be around someone's family, a possible male's family in the future. So you might move if you meet someone, and it looks to me like you do have a male that keeps coming in to your environment. I think you might end up living closer to their family, or maybe both your family and theirs. I'm not quite sure how that'll work out, but please keep me in the loop. It's very interesting. I hope that's helpful. The Tower coming, you just had one. Okay, yeah. You know, it's one of those deals where it's like, then suddenly you get this news that's just, you know, stunning. and you kind of take a moment to take a breath. But in a way, it's really helpful because it helps you to drop unnecessary baggage. Okay. All right, Erica Mojos. Is there any mystery around how the Coral Castle in Florida was built? Is it just a myth? Okay, I will star that. Let's see. I'm just making sure I get everyone's here. Don't worry. I've also. Oh, I see. Tyler's gonna make an album that's very astrology based. That's really cool. Okay, Isadora, you're next. And then we have JR and Erica, I believe. Okay. Will I be able to move to a new place? Isadora. Lots of people moving or looking at moving. But summer is that time. All right, let's see what we get with this deck. And if this one seems a bit tired, or I will just rotate it out and grab another one. All right, let's see. Let's see, Isadora. Will Isadora be moving? Is there a move on Isadora's horizon? Isadora. Wait, I feel like I need to cut it and shuffle it one more time. Okay. All right, let's see what I get. Okay, Isadora. I'm getting the Two of Pentacles, so it looks like there's some juggling. And it looks like it's kind of I don't know if you've got like some stress going on within the environment around you with people in dealing with less than pleasant environment. It seems like there's a lot of drama. And we have the Empress, the Mother card, and like worry. Sorry, I need to go back to the live questions. Okay. So anyway, Isadora, do you live with your mother, or are you concerned about a mother figure? Yes. Okay. Because I see like a lot of anxiety around a mother figure or money, probably both in this case, right? And I'm asking your question about a move. And I'm seeing you being around somebody that's maybe a bit, I have been dropping everything, you guys. Somebody that's a bit mean. You know, I've said that before with this Five of Swords. And it just, okay, it's making me aware that is just too much. And I don't know if this person, your mother figure, has more kind of very conservative ideas that you guys might lock horns about with the Hierophant and the Six of Wands. I do see you overcoming, however, the challenges that you're being met with. Your landlord has a new boyfriend and it's not going well. Okay. You do get the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. So yes, I do think you will definitely move. I would be shocked with these two cards if you didn't, coming in the relatively near future, with the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. There's a change and it's something really new. So I'm going to say yes. You will be moving. And you get the Star. There's hope. So all this poo that you're going through is going to work out and be okay. Just keep the faith and do the legwork, get things ready, and it'll be okay. All right. And I do see a move. All right. Let me go back to the questions. Let me get a sip. I'm gonna take. For a minute, I thought I left my coffee on the off position. It would have been cold. It would have. Did that make any sense? All right, JR. So, how should I go about starting a relationship with Linda B? All right, let's take a look. This deck seems to be doing me okay. What the hay bills is in here? I think I've got like a pamphlet stuck in my deck. It's about the same size as the cards. Oops. All right. Since this deck seems to be the best one yet for the question, I'll go ahead and see what I can tell here. Let's see, there might be another one here. I've got way too many decks and not enough surface space. Horizontal space, rather. All right. Okay, JR. And again, I want to thank you guys for popping in, sitting here lurking. I really appreciate it. If you'd be so kind to put the thumbs up for my algorithm, that'd just be dandy. Okay. How should I go about starting a relationship with Linda B? Let's see what I get. Okay. Well, it looks like, there's somebody that's been through some hard things. And there's a kind of a desire to almost like walk away or not pursue something, maybe a friendship. I don't know. But it looks like somebody's had a trust issue, maybe, if that makes sense. Okay. It feels like someone needs to learn to loosen up a little bit with the temperance because they're wanting to maybe control too much or too afraid. And when we get afraid, we can kind of cling. So I would say this says, don't become too afraid or insecure with Linda. There's a need to not be too insecure or, to have a balance. You don't want to be frightful and on eggshells with this person. So I think there's a need to release fear with regard to this relationship and any control issues, especially where trust and things like that are concerned. Okay, there's kind of a holding pattern that temperance is saying it needs to be moderated. Okay, JR? And yeah, with the Eight of Swords, it's like there's a feeling of constraint or being held or confined. And there's a need to loosen up with the Page of Wands a little bit, be a little more playful, not so perhaps stuck or feeling limited in some way. Just, be more flexible. Does that make sense? And play it by ear. I think we have a situation too where there could be mood swings going on. And I think playing it by ear and just paying attention to the person's response with their face, and if they smile and they hold you hold their gaze, that means they're interested, and they're, pay attention to those things. That's going to tell you a lot. But I think that this person, Linda, is healing, and you would be actually, I think, a very positive influence and could bring a lot of perhaps sunshine in the way of some laughs and some playfulness that's missing. But however, I would say it's important to be mindful of this person's trust issues, and it just feels like this person got burned recently, this Linda. I don't know, or if it's an energy that's just about, but it's all about being observant and clear and coming from the place of light. And that, coming from the place of light, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Even if someone else doesn't understand, coming from a good place is always good. So just make sure that you maintain eye contact and don't crowd their space. That makes sense. Kind of play very fluid. That's what I couldn't get the words for. Okay, Erica. Hey, Scorpio Mama, nice to see you. Your mom's had a rough life, JR? Oh, no, sorry, wrong person. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense with that 9 of Wands. That's someone that's been through some trauma. That makes sense. I can look at this question. So I'm not sure about Coral Castle. Let me just take a look and draw it up and see if I can share it on here with you guys. Let's take a look and see if we can find that. Coral Castle. I've never heard of it, but it sure sounds interesting. I love mysteries. And I have family in Florida. Well, the Keys. Okay, so this is quite interesting. Let's see. Wow, it's very popular. It's a museum in Leisure City, Florida. It's a 100-year-old castle. And an enduring mystery of Florida's Stonehenge, huh? So you're wanting to know. I don't want to give myself too much information, but I want to give myself enough to have a little context. So what is the mystery of Coral Castle? Engineering of Coral Castle is shrouded in mystery. At over 5 feet tall, what? Oh, how it was constructed. Okay. At just over 5 feet tall, he weighed only 100 pounds, is believed to have worked with more than 3 million pounds of oolite coral without the aid of modern mechanics or collaborators. Interesting. Didn't name the person. Coral Castle is noted for legends surrounding its creation that claim it was built single-handedly by Leedskalnin. I don't know who that is. I'll have to look that up later. Using reverse magnetism or supernatural abilities to move and carve the stones. All right, I'm game. Let's just see. Hey, Pretty in Pink. I will take that question. I see it. I'm so glad that I caught your... Yeah, it's a cool question. I love that kind of stuff. Let me just try a different deck. Let me just clear this deck, give it a few shuffles, and then grab another one for this. I might end up going back to it, but we'll see. We'll see which one's the right deck. Okay. Something's telling me to go ahead and use this deck, so that's what I'm going to do. All right. I'm going to look at Coral Castle in Florida. We're going to look at the mystery of how it was built. Was it single-handedly built as believed by this character? Oh, I can't even say the name. Leedskalnin. This is the name. So there's the name. I put it in the comments. Okay, paste, come on. Oh, okay, it's the last name of a fellow, Edward Leedskalnin, 1887 to 1951. He was a Latvian American eccentric. I'm half Latvian. What do you know? A Latvian. I'm telling you, he probably did, because Latvians are very nature oriented. Over half of Latvia is woodland, very introverted people. And they do tend to run a bit eccentric, intelligent usually. Latvia. All right. Let me see. Gosh, you guys, my allergies are just like a faucet. I don't know about you guys. I even took my 24-hour tablet. Okay. This is a juicy one. All right. Let's see. So, did Edward, and by the way, Latvians would not pronounce Edward. It would be Vard. Var. The W would be like a V. I know that much from my grandmother. All right. My mom. And my family in Latvia. All right, let's see. Did this guy use some sort of supernatural means to construct this castle? This Latvian American eccentric. Woohoo! Shout out to the Latvians. Baltic power. All right. Yes, very interesting question. That's why I really want to give this a careful shuffle. All right. Let's see what we get. Oh, you guys. I'm getting the sun and I am getting justice. So this is a choice and it's about what is the most balanced. Whatever, I can only say, however way this man did what he did to construct this place, I'm getting, number one, a yes card. Both of these would be a yes. So I'm going to say he did employ some sort of, I think, intuition at the very least to build this. We're getting a great big sunny yes. And there's also with the sun, something that wants to be exposed, something that wants to come to light, or something that will come to light. And it does help to make sense of things. So perhaps there will be some answer on the horizon exactly how he did this. But I do believe that this is a yes, that he did employ some, I think, psychic means, maybe not necessarily what people have attributed or what we might think. But I think he has definitely, with these two cards, used it in some capacity because it's such a big yes. And it's interesting here, we kind of get a stop and go of the Hanged Man and then the Chariot. So here's that enlightenment with the Hanged Man, who's taking his time and doesn't mind. And I almost feel like that's him. That's that eccentric, maybe part of him, of the man that is connected to this. And movement with the Chariot. Movement of the stones, movement of, I think, tools, and then overall success in overcoming obstacles where this project was concerned. I think he took care, very great care with this matter. Isn't that wild? You can't make this up. I'm not that talented. Trust me. And then we get the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. So this is now, I think, part of, for the community, for families. I think he watches over the place. I'm not kidding you. With that 2 of Wands, that makes me feel like, yeah, that's my baby on earth. There's that project I did. Okay. I hope that's helpful. Me too, JR. Such a great question, Erica. That was fabulous. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'll have to come back to that. Sandy, and then Pretty in Pink. All right, Sandy wants to know, it would have been my husband's birthday today, and I can't stop thinking about him. Is he around me today? I can tell you without even looking at cards that he is. Number one, you were his lady. And sorry, I've got to find my lipstick because my lips get dry and I can't deal with that. I do feel like he's around you. And they usually are on their days. Light a candle. The biggest, sorry about that. The biggest obstacle to sensing or feeling them is often ourselves trying too hard. Really, the ideal way is to relax as much as possible, but be focused. Kind of like when you brush your teeth or take a shower. There's kind of a focus, but you're a little loose. You're not blocking things out. You kind of left open. So if that is helpful to think about how you can kind of shift into that place where you can maybe sense or feel him more, that's a way to do it. Take that same kind of state of mind that you get into and maybe just sit in a comfortable place and go on a little journey. But I'm going to definitely throw cards for you on your husband, and God bless him and you. And, you will see him again because that's where we come from. And I don't know why this does that. It starts out good and then it goes all to hell quickly. But I feel like your husband definitely would be around you on their birth date. And they know how much that means. And it's really, like I said, about us being quiet enough and still enough and not too kind of spun around in our feelings. Okay, let me just see. Sandy's husband. Is he around today? And happy birthday to him. Sure, he's having a party on the other side as well. Okay, let's see what I get. You get a definite great big yes, Sandy. And not only is he there, but again, you know how I said the family on the other side? They connect with that rainbow. Watch for rainbows as well. When you get this card and you're looking to connect to somebody on the other side, rainbows can be something that you'll notice as a little sign that can come out. The next rainbow you see, be thinking about that. There's another sign there. You definitely have him there. And it's joyful. And he is with you. I'm getting with you, I think there is a sense of being confined or that you don't feel like you feel stuck, maybe in being able to sense his approach or him coming to you. I don't know if that makes sense, but I do get that card coming up. Let's see what else we get. He's definitely with you. High Priestess and the Queen of Wands. Again, you have a lot of light. I think it's important that you try to harness that with your intuition. You have the High Priestess here, so there's hidden information you can tap into. But I think it's just a matter of lifting your energy up out of as much as you can out of the sorrow and that kind of thing into just like an open, yes, definitely there with strength. So he's definitely there when in good times and in difficult ones. Don't doubt it a minute. All right. And he's definitely around you. He gave you first one of the most beautiful cards of the 10 of Cups first. It's like all the love. That's the highest, 10 out of 10. So I hope that's helpful, Sandy. Pretty in Pink. Will my crush on social will following my crush on social media go well? Do you see him following back? Okay, Pretty in Pink. Let's see. I just feel like I need to switch out my cards because I think it's a good practice. All right, let me grab this other deck. I always get really warm when I read. All right. Let's see. Pretty in Pink. Will Pretty in Pink's crush follow them back on social media? Yes or no? Will Pretty in Pink's social media crush follow them back? Okay, I'm getting a King of Wands. I would take that as a potential yes. If it's a male figure, even if it's not, this card would typically be a yes. I do get a Five of Swords. So I don't know if this is you or him, but there's somebody like going through a bit of a hardship. And I do get Queen of Wands. There's a greater awareness that's going to come to you, maybe about following this person with the Queen of Wands and Judgment. There's a great deal of growth and there's a great deal of inspiration that you gain from doing so. I think maybe that's what you need to focus more on with regard to this. But I do think they might follow you back. Let me just do this again because this deck is all jacked up. Yeah, it's all kind of... All right, let me try it again. I wasn't thrilled with that hand. Didn't feel very cohesive. The first card, though, would be a yes. But I just like to get a consensus. Will Pretty in Pink's social media crush follow them back? Yes or no? All right. Well, I get the Knight of Wands. I think it's extremely possible, for sure. That's an upbeat card, and it's a playful card. And the Nine of Pentacles. So I think they may very well. I don't see anything negative here. It looks like good times and somebody that might share the good life. I don't know who this social influencer is or media person, but it looks like there's a focus on kind of living a pretty nice life. Okay, I'm just going to look back here and make sure that I didn't drop anything. Any questions? Looks like I'm pretty good here. All right. There's the wound vac. That sounds like a small pony. Okay. Oh, here we go. Charles Schmidt. Hey, great readings, Maya. I'm really enjoying these responses. Oh, thank you. And Erica is talking about Coral Castle is a big mystery. And this reading it really did. That was so, I really didn't know what I would get. Now I'm going to have to look up that man. And I'm going to have to send my Latvian mother a link to this because she'll love this. My mom's going to the Latvian Song Festival in Toronto this year. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Toka fan. Will Pisces respond back to my text? Okay. Or is the connection over? Paraphrasing, but our communication styles are very different. So things are a bit tense right now. due to a disagreement. LOL. Okay, let's take a look. I'm not sure about this. I like this deck, but I'm not sure about this one for right now. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, my hands are so beaten up. It's so weird. I have a real sensitivity toward the adhesive on this tape I have to use for my wound care. And every so often, like, I'll break out in like little blisters. It's so much fun. Not. And for some reason, it's on my hands, like on the tip of my fingers. I don't know what that's about. And I've got one on my thigh. But it'll heal up. But man, do they hurt. All right. Okay, Pisces. Will Pisces respond back to Takafan 41? Will Pisces communicate, or is it over? And it might just be temporarily over, you know? It might just be one of those things where you go your own way for a while, and who knows, maybe your paths might cross again. I think keeping open to that possibility is a healthy thing to do. But let's see what I get. Is Pisces going to respond back to their text? Let's see what I get. Well, I do get the Six of Wands. That card right there makes me feel, the first thing I noticed was the spotlights. This is somebody coming into center stage, wanting maybe attention. I don't know. But I would say this could be a yes, because look at the two cards. We get the Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands again. And I shuffled the bejesus out of these, literally. This looks like it could come. Maybe they're going to want some attention from you or want something, but it looks like maybe there's a shift in energy for sure. It looks lighter and happier. Maybe it's you for yourself having a good time and being appreciated. Because the Six of Wands is also can carry a sense of being acknowledged for one's efforts. That's what, you know, this shows someone up on a stage here, but it really is about others acknowledging your efforts or works, and the energy is really high, if that makes sense. Not sure why I'm getting that. Yes, look, we do get a bit of a mood swing here with that needs to be moderated with the Temperance card. Somebody may not be feeling, Pisces may not be feeling physically good nor mentally good. I think time is the tincture that is needed. But also there's certain extremes that Pisces needs to, reshuffle, so to speak, you know? We all have that in our lives. Just needs to combine things in their lives so it works out a little more smoothly, or make some changes there. Like if you need medication for depression, going and doing that. Like I've done, and many other people. This kind of thing, especially when you're feeling like that. Hi, I'll just leave him alone and give him space. Yes, very moody with you lately. I really think just letting him know, hey, you know, I'm there if you ever, and then just, you know what, between these four cards, I'm sorry, what I wanted to say to you was go do things in the meantime that you really enjoy doing, and being around a higher energy vibration of people. That would be really good for you right there. Okay. You need to be around some people that are fun and like music. Maybe go listen to music too. Often when I get this card, it's like, hey, what about live music? I see your question, Mary Lloyd. And I just feel that, yes, kind of take it, give him space and give him time and give him air, but let him know you're there. And just really often, if you just show that you're not kind of falling into the same way that you would typically respond, that sometimes can bring people out of their moodiness a little sooner. Yeah, I see being around groups of other people would be really good and, more extensive. So yeah, give him room. Give him room. I think it will take time for him to respond. And I think it's showing you that in the meantime, you just need to make sure you're having fun and doing things like you're not focusing on him and his energy. Okay, let's see. We have more. Mary Lloyd, you're next. And that will round out the rest. No more questions. That'll be it. Last reading of the evening, or the early evening, late afternoon, this June. Okay, Mary Lloyd, will I get a job this year? Come on, jobs for Mary Lloyd. I don't know why, but I just wanted to say yes. That just came to me. But let's just see with the cards, and I'm going to look. Yes, no. Mary Lloyd, a new job. Is it on the way? This year, 2024, new job. Mary Lloyd. A new job. Okay. Well, I'm getting some pretty big fluctuations right now with the Two of Pentacles. One door is closing also, and another one is opening. But in the interim, you kind of have to keep the faith, go trust the process, if you can understand what I mean. Yes, I think you will. Then you get the Wheel of Fortune. So things are going to change. You might even move. I definitely think that you have maybe even a type of job that's very different from what you've been used to, because the Wheel of Fortune is all about change, typically, from where you've been, or a progress. So I think you will be doing that. It looks a little choppy at the moment where that's concerned. I think the answer is yes, for sure. Again, the Six of Wands and the Hermit. So to me, this is yes. There is a job this year. It's coming. Two of Cups, Five of Cups, the Empress, and the Page of Cups. I don't know. I don't know if it's around children or if there's, I don't know what it is you do. For some reason, I just got this flash of like either teaching or a teacher's aide, or I don't know, assisting children, assisting a teacher. I could be talking out my backside, Mary, but it does show that you do have a job this year coming up, according to yes and no. So I hope that's helpful. And, I'm going to be here. I'm going to try to be here every Sunday that I can to do these kinds of readings really quickly for people, because they are helpful, I think, to people, and they don't take terribly long to do. And like I said, I don't do private readings, so this is my way of giving back to the community without charging you. Because, like I said, that would be just way too much. Let me just see again, Mary. I just want to throw cards down. They'll get a little bit more for you on that. What kind of job? What kind of job, Mary Lloyd, is coming? What is on the horizon? Let me see if I can get that. I may not be able to, but why not try? All right. Well, we do get the Six of Pentacles. I think somebody could actually help you with the job, or to find it, or word of mouth, or puts in a word for you. It looks like, there's been pulling back for a while, having been healing or something maybe, or pulled back from work. But I think that you will be helped. You definitely have the card of being helped. And I believe that working through issues of, frankly, any kind of trauma or areas of wisdom and self-reflection are going to be important. And this is where sharing wisdom, and I was thinking school, could come in. I would say you might want to have some help maybe with any kind of resume. I think making sure that's up to date and having someone check it and maybe giving you advice. And also I would say checking in. It's just the Seven of Pentacles is like the preparation card. It feels like it would be a good idea to also brush up on being interviewed. Maybe you're a little rusty, but I see there could be a new start with a male that has maybe a business. You get the Star, and there's some sort of nostalgia around, I don't know, this job or what's coming. There's something about the past. I don't know if you're, again, going to be dealing with children. That's also coming up with that Six of Cups. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a daycare. I don't know. You'll have to let me know, Mary, and you'll have to come back and keep me in the loop. Okay, well, I have yakety yacked an incredible amount. And I want to thank you guys. And Sandy just says, thanks so much for your reading. That's given me comfort knowing that he is around me. I will try to relax so I can sense him around me. Thanks. That's brought me a lot of comfort. My pleasure. I just want to let you know, growing up, I would have people that pass on that usually come to me in dreams. And I can tell you that it's on our end. This human body we've forgotten a lot about how the true nature of who we really are, how we really communicate, which is through telepathy. And so when you give yourself a chance to, like I said, get to that mental state like we do when we're brushing our teeth or we're in the shower, where we're active but focused and kind of open, and we kind of expand that, and can sit longer like that, you'll get more that can come to you. It just requires patience. And one thing I'd also suggest doing is before you go to sleep at night, every night, maybe you're already doing it, but having a conversation with him and just being open to that it is normal and that you can receive and know that he's communicating with you, because he will be watching you until you've rejoined him on the other side. So always know that they would never leave you. It's us that always think that, because we can't feel them the way that we would normally. We don't have that sensitivity in this kind of body typically. All right. Well, I'll leave it there, and thank you all so much. If you would be so kind to remember to give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And I'll see you next Sunday. And there will be a couple more videos coming this week. One of them's on true crime. That was a request that I need to get to. So I will talk to you guys soon. Mwah. See you guys later. Thanks so much.